what happens when anyone can build anything? When you can build software product in 24 hours, or you can build an N8N automation in 20 minutes. This is something that I want to answer over here. Now that the cost of building is going to zero, I want to answer what that means, what you can do about it, and what are the implications of that around the market. I think this is something that is really important if you're a business owner or a consultant, especially in the service space like myself, now that technology is accelerating more and more. The most important thing, and the thing that I think we could start with, is the video by Sam Altman, closing thoughts in the dev day. So
We're watching something significant happen, I think. Software used to take months or years to build. You saw that it can take minutes now. To build with AI, you don't need a huge team. You need a good idea, and you can just sort of bring it to reality faster than ever before.
I think this is so powerful, and you literally have no idea why. This talks about the software space, but obviously this can be applied also to document building, workflows, whatever things that we want to think about. So my question becomes the following: if building becomes free, so if, as you can see over here, it's so easy to build, what is the value of a person like a consultant or a integrator like myself? What is your value also as a business owner or operator? So if this is your first time here, I'm Ricardo. I'm the founder of Uplifted Consulting. We help integrating AI across sales and marketing teams. In this channel, I share builds as well as personal thoughts around the space when it comes to AI for sales and marketing. All these documents, you can download them directly in the description. You will be adding in my newsletters. In there, I share a few additional tips as well as some additional resources that you cannot find anywhere else. And with that said, let's get started. So I think one really cool thing and one really cool concept is the fact that there are no tech moats right now. A moat was what gives you an advantage in business. If you think in the past, if you think about a software like Salesforce, for example, rebuilding something like Salesforce, a CRM of that size with so many functionalities and different things, was impossible a few years back. Right now, is that if you want to, you can build something similar to a Salesforce clone in less than 24 hours. If you use tools such as Cloud Code or if you use any other coding tools. As I mentioned here, there are these people called vibe coders that actually are able to just think about what is the coding workflow or the things that they want to build and just speak and bring that into reality. I think the same is true for automations. We already have Vibe automation. There's a video by Liam over here that is very interesting that talks about this specific topic about generating automation just by going to Claude, using MCPs, those things like that. And right now, N8N even introduce features like that where you ask, what would you like to automate? And you just type here what you would like to automate, and it creates you a workflow in real time. So right now, the thing is, anyone can go over here into an automation tool, prompt the tool, and then create a workflow. And as I mentioned over here, this is just the start because right now the workflow that you can create aren't that perfect. I would say they are 60 to 70% the level that you want to have them if you want to put them into production. But let's wait a couple of months and probably this will reach 100%. Now, all these topics, all this building going to zero, help me answer a specific question over here. So how does this change the market and how does this change people that build automations, implement automation within businesses like myself? What is the point of hiring an AI consultant or an automation specialist? I think those are really important questions that business owner needs to start thinking about if they want to integrate AI into their strategy and if they want to understand which are the right person that they can choose for the business. So what is important then? I think over here is that if anyone can build anything, the most important thing is strategy. And I define strategy using these three different questions. One is what to build, the second is how to build, and the third one is should we build? So let me break those down a little bit so you can have an understanding of that. What to build is about understanding the different use cases that are present within your business. So at the beginning, I saw that the biggest problem when it comes to implementing AI, implementing different AI solutions within businesses, was the fact that people don't have an understanding of what is actually possible. Maybe they have a glimpse of what is possible with a simple solution, but they don't have a full context on what are the different things, how the different things could be connected, and things of that nature. So on my side, what I try to do with that is I created 2 videos. Those are especially for sales and lead generation agencies. So in the first one, I had an understanding of what could be all the different possible use cases that could be applied in a sales team. And in the second one, we talk about lead gen agencies and we talk about automating different lead gen agencies. So people maybe have a single use case, a single understanding, but they don't have a full understanding of the different pictures and how all the different pieces can be added up together to create a full system. So to give you also an understanding of that, maybe you want to create a system that analyzes sales calls, right? So you build an initial workflow for that. But maybe you don't have an understanding that you can create a knowledge of all the sales calls that you have, and then understand which are the most common objections that you get, which are the most common questions that you get, and then create a full library that every salesperson can access to. This is like an example of a system that we recently built for a sales-led team, but the use cases over here are quite wide. The other component is the how to build over here. So as I mentioned, what happens sometimes is that people have a high level goal and high level understanding of a specific process, but they don't have a full understanding of all the different systems that they might need in order to build a proper system. So, what I did in the past over here with a video of mine is I went over and explained what could be an AI strategy for a content repurposing system. The idea of a content repurposing system is something along the lines of you want to create a system that takes a post and create another post, or takes a video and create a post, or something along those lines. This seems pretty straightforward when it comes to creating that. When you dig deep and when you get an understanding of all the different things, you have to think about do you want this to be completely repeatable? Where do you have the specific assets? Do you have a specific writing style? Do you have a specific business context that you want to give the system? And all these kind of things that maybe you haven't thought about at the beginning when you just came up with the initial idea. So building a strategy and building a strategy around the different components that you build is really really key over here. And the last point over here is the should we build it. So I think over here probably this is even more important than the previous two, because um, within the AI space, I think there are a lot of shiny objects that you can see around the web, that you can see about completely automated your sales system or completely automated your marketing team. Uh, Meanwhile, what you need to understand is where to apply AI strategically within your business. Where are the places where you should invest here early and you should get started with, and what are the things that you can leave for last, for example. So at the end of the day, only a few valuable things are actually valuable for your business. And the role of a consultant, the role of an integrator is helping you understand what really brings ROI to your business. So, with that said, I think the most important thing here, we can boil those down to a couple of important skills. I don't think the automation skills or like the actually going within the platform and understanding the platform is really the most important thing over here. I mean, like I made multiple videos on creating workflows and different things like that, but right now I think that most important things are business understanding. So maybe I even not even added this over here, but like having a full understanding of how a business works and being able to ask specific questions to understand different processes of how the business works, so that you can map those out. Having an understanding of how workflows can be built, or what are the different components that can be built within a system. Context engineering, and this is probably this will deserve a video in and of itself, because this is like a super important topic. But this is essentially the ability of AI to use different pieces of knowledge to come up with different results. And the last component over here is ROI assessment. So understanding which are the components of AI that you can implement in your business that actually generate results. So yeah, those are all the different things over here. Last thing over here, my updates and offers. We offer AI transformation services for sales and marketing business. B2B firms doing over $1 million in revenue. Engagement start at 10K. We have limited availability. If you're interested, you can book a call in the first link. With that said, hope this was useful. Hope this give you an understanding of where is the market right now, why the cost of building is going to zero, and what you can do about it. Thanks.